All right, so there's a lot to address here. All right. Number one, no, the Browns will not trade for Jalen Ramsey. It will not happen. I have heard this from multiple people, whether if it be Instagram, in person. It's not going to happen. All right. If you want that to happen, just go ahead and throw it out the window. It won't happen. John Dorsey's not going to trade for Jalen Ramsey, especially if it's something big, a big package, which is what the Jags are wanting. It's not going to happen. So, number two, this is not going to be a sit here and cry and complain and moan for 24/7 about this game and about this team. I absolutely refuse to do that. All right. There's plenty of other options out there. If that's what you want to hear, if you want to hear all hope is lost, go ahead. There's plenty of options. And if you want to know who, comment below. I can lead you to a couple. All right. More than a couple. But here's the deal. And this is just plain and simple facts. Now, obviously, the score 20-13, the Rams win on Sunday Night Football. All right. But here's the thing. You have to be able to find the positives in this game. This season, there has been a lot of negatives. It has not looked good at all, right? This game was a big game, win or lose. Freddie Kitchens has said it doesn't matter how you look doing it, it's about winning. All right, you have to get the win. You know, despite win or lose, it's not about how you look. It's about W or L. I couldn't disagree with that anymore. All right, and here's the bottom line. This team is a team that had a lot of expectations. That's no secret. And by the way, this is not going to be a pom-poms or a Ohio State pom-poms video. You don't get that reference because never mind. But anyway, I'm saying I'm not going to sit here and act like there's no problems because there is. But I am going to tell you the positives because they need to be said because nobody's telling you. Everybody's telling you the world's ending, that the sky's falling, and this team has no chance. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 games in. We are 3 games in. 3. Season's not over. All right. This team is just getting going. Okay. I don't want to hear this crap of it's over. All right. I absolutely refuse to buy in and listen to what everybody's saying because here's the bottom line. There's a narrative being pushed here. All right. So anyway, positives. Like I said, so coming into this game, based off of the games that we have seen this season, with all the hype, there have been a lot of negatives. All right. You know, people had high expectations on this team. That's no secret. But we have not proved in many cases that we were the team that people thought we were. We have the talent to do it. It's just executing. We haven't done it. And that's multiple different reasons. Coaching, you know, there's a lot you can get into there. But positives-wise, coming off of this game, things you can list that are positive. Like I said, nobody's going to tell you these, so here they are. Number one. One thing that we did in this game that we have done all season that is something people are really overlooking is we have been very consistent defensively stopping the run. All right. Now, yes, Derrick Henry did have a lot out of the backfield catching the ball. We know the screen and stuff like that. But as far as running the football, did not get much going running the football as far as Derrick Henry. Same thing with Le'Veon Bell. Now, they did more out of the backfield with Le'Veon Bell as far as passing-wise. But run, nothing got going really. All right, Le'Veon Bell was very much not a big issue. All right, so those are 2 quality, very good running backs that we have very much essentially have stopped running the football. All right, Todd Gurley. This is a guy who got paid the big contract. This is a guy who, yes, had the knee issue. We get it. But this is a game-changing player. All right? No way, no how that you can look at this and say that he's not. He is a game changer. Cleveland Browns essentially had him locked down running the football. I don't care how you look at this game. That is a positive. All right? When you're looking for things coming off this game, coming off of the games that we have played, that is a huge positive going forward, especially against a team in the Ravens that are lethal running the football. Okay, so there's a positive right there. We've been good on defense stopping the run, particularly with the running backs. All right, so number 2, positive. Another consistent thing with this team, we have been very good rushing the football. Nick Chubb has always been consistent. Now, despite the play calling, when we decide to use him, it's not really his fault as far as he can't decide when he's going to get the ball. All right. When he gets the ball, it's on him to do what he can. And so far this season, he has done a great job. All right. On a struggling offense with a bad offensive line, he's found a way to get yards. Okay. And by the way, yes, I know on the 4th and 9, it was absolutely stupid. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about 2nd 10s where you need that yardage. He'll get it for you. He had 23 rushes for 96 yards. So are those lights out numbers? No. Okay. But if you actually go back and you watch, he had those big carries and quality moments. All right. So that's a positive. That is a great positive. All right. He has been very consistent. And if the play calling didn't suck, he would be a really good weapon on this team. So that's a positive. Number 3, this isn't a huge positive, but nevertheless, it's positive. All right. Baker Mayfield has not been great this season. All right. There's multiple different reasons for that, but up to this game, you've not seen a lot. All right. You haven't seen even half of what Baker was last season. In this game, he improved. All right. Did he improve greatly? Did he look like the old Baker? No. But at times, you've seen him step up and make big time throws. Okay. Was he perfect? No. But Baker somewhat played better. All right. Is that a huge positive? Maybe not huge, but it's a positive. All right. You got to be able to pick the positives. And I think Baker elevating his game even just a little bit is a positive, especially for a struggling offense. When you're facing guys like Aaron Donald, Clay Matthews, it's hard. I don't care what you say. It is hard. And he showed he was able to do things with the ball when the play was reasonable. Okay. Now, Baker has said, what you guys are going to do, you guys meaning media, is going to put it on Freddie. But executing was the issue. Here's the thing with that. If the executing is a big issue, but putting your team in positions to execute is a bigger issue. It's different if your team doesn't get it, but you got to be, as a coach, you have to put them in the best position to execute. All right. So is that coaching? Yes. Okay. But positives, Baker did play a little bit better. His numbers don't reflect it, and they haven't really reflected it the whole year. He was 18 of 36, 195 yards, touchdown, 1 interception, 3 sacks. Okay. It was quite the game. All right. Especially for Baker, when you got a lineman, a defensive lineman or defensive player in your face 24/7, there's not much you can do. And despite his numbers maybe not looking the greatest, he did what he could better than he has. All right, that's positive. So, another positive, this defense, we were without a lot of starters. Offensively, Rashad Higgins, Callaway, Njoku, Hubbard, the right tackle. And then on defense, we were without Morgan Burnett. I just blanked on his name. Good Lord. But anyway, Greedy Williams, Denzel Ward, Randall, Damaris Randall. We were without Randall. We were without a lot of starters on this team. All right. And when you're facing a team who we forget, people are acting like the Rams aren't good. The Rams are the reigning defending NFC champions. All right. They're a good team. Breaking news. And defensively, this team has been very consistent, like I said, stopping the rush, running the ball. But as far as the injuries we had a full-on fist fight with them, and we held our own defensively. And that's a positive, okay? Now, Jared Goff does play worse on the road. That is a fact. And in that environment, he did not play as great as he would have at home. But with the injuries we had, our defense stepped up and played well. They put our offense in position to win at the end of that game. All right? That is a positive, okay? Another small positive that actually might not be as small is Austin Seibert has been doing good things outside of that first game when he missed that PAT. He's been doing pretty good things, and for a Cleveland Browns team who's had kicking issues, that's been great so far after that game. So that's a positive, all right? And it's important, all right? And before I get to the negatives, here's the thing. These clowns who do sports talk, they come on, they share their opinion. A lot of them have never played the game, all right? They don't know what it's like to be in a locker room when you have dysfunction and when you are not expected to win, or when you are expected to win but you don't live up to it. They've never experienced this as far as a personal level. They might think they know, but they may have not directly experienced this. Now, I'm not saying I played college or I played NFL. That's not what I'm saying. But I've been on teams in which we had high expectations and we started off horrible. And then you know what? Similar situation. You play a really good team and you hold your own. You give them a battle. In fact, that was away. It was away. But still, nevertheless, even though the Browns played at home, when you have high expectations, you start off bad. People start to lose hope. And you come out and you perform and you play well and you fight your heart out to the end of the game, all right? That changes a lot for a team. It's all mental. This game is very mental. It's all about psychologically preparing, believing you can win, going out and executing, all right? And when you prove that you can hang with a competitor, a very good team, in this case, the Rams, that does good things for your team, okay? You don't know what the Jets really are. Just because we beat them 23-3, I think, that doesn't tell you exactly what we are. We went out and we played a very good team, like I said, reigning, defending NFC champs, and we held our own. Okay, that is a really good thing. And that changes the locker room. When we won that game, that gave us momentum to move forward. Well, actually, no, we didn't win that game. We did lose that game. But nevertheless, proving that we could play with that team is what gave us confidence. And I think it's the same situation here with the Browns. Proving that they could play with the Rams is going to give us some kind of confidence. Yes, I say us as a Browns fan. So, yeah, that as far as people talking may not know directly what it's like to Play a tough battle against a good team, and hold your own. All right. Even if you do lose, if you can hold your ground and put up a fight, that does good things for a locker room. Plain and simple. All right, negatives. Now, there are a lot, okay? And I'm not going to be the old man who has no children, who falls out of chairs all day, sitting here telling you this team sucks and we have no hope. But I'm going to tell you the negatives. All right, number one, a consistent negative issue that we have had is obviously play calling. All right. There were some calls last night that I think a 10-year-old playing Madden could have called better and known not to do those. And obviously, one of those things is the 4th and 9 draw up the middle. Now, like I said, Nick Chubb has been consistent. He's been a great player on a struggling offense with a bad offensive line. He's done great things. I understand wanting to get the ball in his hand. I get that. It's 4th and 9. You do not run the ball. That was a critical moment in that game. All right. As soon as I seen him going for the handoff, I thought, okay, he's going to pull it out. Quick pass over the middle. Great. That's what has worked for this team. But we don't do what works. All right. This scheme is set up for Baker to sit back, hold on to the ball, and wait for Beckham, wait for Landry 40 yards downfield. It ain't going to work. So I'm sorry. I actually had hope that was going to be a good play call, all right? But it wasn't. Instead, it was a 4th and 9 run up the middle that went nowhere. And then you get your defense does a fantastic job of getting the ball back. You get down to your goal line, and what do? You spread it out when you have little field to work with. You don't run the ball once, okay? You have to. I understand if it doesn't work, I get it, passing the ball. But you should run the ball at least one of those downs, at least one. All right, your running back has been consistent. He's been dominant. Get him the ball, see what he can do. All right. Play calling was just, at times, like I said, we have seen it work at times. The formula is right there. All right. We have seen what Baker has done at Oklahoma, Texas Tech. Last season, we have seen how he has success, but we continue to ignore it. But anyway, so back on track. Play calling is bad. Freddie Kitchens said today that he's not even remotely thinking about giving over the play calling to Monken, but he's got a lot on his table. He's trying to do it all. He can't. And by the way, according to everybody else, I'm retarded. All right. But here's the thing. I told you after that Titans game, Freddie should be on a short leash. All right. And that leash is even shorter with the play calls that he had last night. We could have won that game. All right. We could have and should have won that game, in my opinion. But stupid play calling has held us back consistently this season. So to me, that's without a doubt our number one issue. All right. Lots of teams have bad offensive lines. You know what they do? They strategize around it. All right. I'm not going to get into, what other teams have done, but just because our line is not that great doesn't give you an excuse for why things aren't working. All right. You have to be smart enough to know in certain situations what to call. All right. Bottom line is Freddie Kitchens should not be calling plays for this team. Either number one, either he should be calling plays, but he shouldn't be head coach. He should be just offensive coordinator. Or number two, he should be head coach and not be calling plays. You can't do both. It's not working. So yeah, play calling. Defensively, despite the injuries, like I said, we did good. I think one thing that was alarming is we didn't have a very consistent pass rush. It seemed like guys were taking plays off, which is never a good thing to see. So yeah, that is one negative. So Baker Mayfield did not play great. He played better than he has, but he still didn't play great. Okay, there were missed opportunities. There were times that there were, wide open running lanes to a touchdown that he didn't take. There were Jarvis Landry coming over the middle, could have had a touchdown, didn't do it. He missed guys. All right, but to play, give him some credit here. I can't believe that it's all on him. All right. I don't know of any quarterback in the league, despite maybe I can give you maybe 4, all right, that would be able to do execute with this line. He does not even remotely trust this line, and that's just plain and simple. And I can't blame him. All right, that line is the next negative. You're not going to be playing an Aaron Donald every week. I understand that. But you have got to play more consistently. If the play calling does not change, the only thing that's going to make this team better is if you get somewhat of a block. All right. You got to find a way to get Baker time because this offense does not work for you to get the play calling that we're doing right now requires an offensive line to give the quarterback time. All right. We just don't have the offensive line talent to do that. All right. So the only way, if play calling is not going to change, which it doesn't look like it's going to anytime soon, the only thing that's going to change is if this offensive line gets better. All right. We're going to have to play at a high level. So that's about the only things that can change. So that offensive line is a major issue. Now, obviously, Hubbard was out. That injury plays into it there, but that is a major issue. There's a lot you can say. You can tell me that the sky's falling, that there's no hope, but that's just not true. All right. In closing, we proved that we can handle big teams. We played right there with them. Like I said, it was a full-on fist fight. It was a great game. With the injuries, we played good. Other than some bad play calls, some missed opportunity, we should have and could have won that game. All right. Now, the Ravens. I watched the Ravens-Chiefs game. I watched the Browns-Rams game. Everybody's going to pick the Ravens next week. Let me tell you right now. I'm already going to do a prediction here. Browns will win this game. All right. Now, everybody, there's been people telling me you're biased, you're a Browns fan, you don't look objectively. I think that this team, like I said, is going to have confidence coming off of this. Even though it is a loss, the fact that we were able to play with a high-level team is going to give us confidence. We're going to get guys back from injury, or guys back who were injured. We're going to come into this game. Lamar Jackson did struggle. So there's tape on how to consistently do that. Our defense have been good. I think we're going to win this game. I do. And I think the Rams game was a great opportunity to turn things around. I think this Ravens game is just as good as an opportunity. It's against a rival. It's a division game. It would put you into first place. It's a great game to go out, prove yourself, and win. I mean, come on. So, yeah. Don't listen to these people who think they know it all, have never played the game, just want to come out and tell you to cry and complain and there's no hope. These people are losers, all right? Plain and simple. They don't know. They don't have a winning mentality. They don't know, pretty much for the most part, they don't know what they're talking about, all right? I'm not going to say they're completely clueless, but they get blinded by certain things, all right? This team is not done. All right, this is the third Third game of the season. Third. There's 16 games last time I checked. This team is not done, all right? Don't buy into this. Just like you shouldn't have bought into the hype of this team's going to go 16-0, all right? Bottom line is there's 16 games, all right? And you got to go out and you got to perform every game. And I think that's what the Browns need to do, take it game by game. We got to turn things around, but there is a lot of positives, all right? So, yeah. So, with that being said, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share the video. All you clowns who are watching this and are going to tell me that the world's ending, no, it's not. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you're smarter than a lot of these people who are trying to change your mind on things, give you no hope. Like I said, it ain't over. It is not over. So, I will see you in the next video. Bye.